Let us discuss about electromagnetic waves. In short form, it is written as EM waves. Now, we have studied about electrostatics. We have studied about electrodynamics. Electrostatic means charge is at rest. So the velocity of charge is zero. When you are studying about current electricity, the charge is moving with drift velocity. Alright. Now, when is the situation when electromagnetic waves are created means charge has to accelerate. So, the velocity is not constant, it is accelerating. Before we get into that, till now what we have seen is, suppose you have a current carrying wire, you will notice magnetic field around that current carrying wire in a circular fashion. This we have seen that in that Ørsted experiment. If you take a magnetic compass and put it near this wire, you will see that there is some deflection in the needle. If there are current carrying wires are there, they will be experiencing equal and opposite magnetic force also we have seen. So we have also seen that if you are changing magnetic field, if a time changing magnetic field is there, it creates an electric field. So basically when magnetic flux changes, flux means magnetic field lines passing through area. Now this flux, rate of change of this flux is giving you induced EMF, and that induced EMF is giving you current, induced current. Now this is what basically is the Faraday law. This we have seen in the earlier discussions. Now is the reverse also true? Suppose there is a time varying electric flux is there. Magnetic flux means magnetic field lines passing through area, unit surface area. Electric flux, another term, electric field lines passing through the area. If you change the electric flux, if a time varying, if it is, will that time varying function will give me a magnetic field? On this, a scientist by name Maxwell started doing some research, and while he was studying this process, he has noticed there are some inconsistencies in the Ampere-Circuital law. So basically what is an Ampere-Circuital law means, if you have a current carrying conductor and you take an Amperian loop, so mathematically you take the magnetic field, you take the dot product of magnetic field and the displacement vector over a closed surface, you take the line integral, you get mu naught multiplied by I enclosed. So that means if a current carrying wire is there and you imagine a surface, then this statement is true. So what is the enclosed current over here? I. The shape of the Amperian loop doesn't matter. You can take plane surface, you can take irregular shape surface also, but this is what Ampere-Circuital law states. So Maxwell noticed some inconsistencies in that. So to understand that, let us say you have taken two capacitor plates and you have connected to a battery. This is the positive terminal, this is the negative terminal. So there will be a current passing in the circuit. Alright, there will be a current passing in the circuit. So immediately charges will start getting deposited over here. Initially less charge, then over a period of time the positive charges deposited on this plate and the negative charges deposited in this plate will increase. Alright, and there will be an electric field created in between the plates. Now Is this electric field constant? Means no, it will vary with respect to time. Now if it was observed that in between the plates, if you keep a magnetic compass, in between the plates you keep a magnetic compass, even that is also showing deflections. So we know that if there is a current carrying wire is there near that, if you keep a needle, it is deflecting, but here there is no current between these two plates. Then how to explain this? So for the explanation we have to go for the Ampere circuital law. So here, so this is what was studied. So suppose you take a loop over here, Amperian loop in the left side of the positive plate. So there is a loop over here, and the current is passing through that. How much current is passing means, let us say I is the current in the circuit. So I current is passing through that. So can I use this Ampere circuital law? I will get this integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught I enclosed. I enclosed here is I. Now suppose I take a surface like this, which is passing through the middle or from the gap through the capacitor plates. Then what will happen? This surface is like a cup, there is a cup, and this wire is up to here, there is another wire. So it is something like this. You have a situation like this, the wire is only up to here, right? So what is the I enclosed here? Here I enclosed is 0, right? So if I enclosed is equal to 0, then is this statement wrong? It is not wrong. Okay, in order to explain that, he has introduced some correction in the original equation. And what is that correction means? This additional term was introduced, which is mu naught epsilon naught d phi e by dt. This phi e means electric flux. So how is the electric flux created over here? There is a electric field, and which is passing from this plate to this plate. So every instant of time they are passing through a certain area. And what is that area? Area is the area of the plate only. It is like this, it is something like this. Electric field lines are passing through an area. Of course, this area vector and the electric flux vector both are in the same direction here. So you can take the dot product, E dot A, that will be the electric flux. Okay, so we need to see that there must be some current over here, because of which the needle is deflecting. But however, there is no wire through which the charges are passing. So how to explain that means, this electric flux between the plates, it is not a constant thing, it is varying with respect to time. Initially the electric field lines were less. Over a period of time, the electric fields become stronger, it becomes more stronger, and thereby, even though A is constant but E value is increasing, so d phi E by dt, that will be varying. So this varying electric field is creating a magnetic field, because of which that needle is deflecting. So when you take the left hand side of this Ampere circuital law, and the right hand side, there is a term called enclosed current. Alright, so this enclosed current has to be proved. This enclosed current has to be proved with respect to the gap between the plates as well. How to get that means, you see here, what is this electric field between the plates? It is E. How can we get that? In the electrostatic chapter we have seen that it is sigma by epsilon naught, where sigma is the charge density. Alright, so sigma is equal to Q divided by A epsilon naught. This is my electric field. So if you take this A term that side, it is EA is equal to Q by epsilon naught. But what is EA? Just now we discussed. It is phi E is equal to Q by epsilon naught. differentiate both sides, you get d phi e by dt is equal to epsilon naught is a common constant term. It will come out, it will be dq by dt. You know that dq by dt is current, so it is current divided by epsilon naught is equal to d phi e by dt, or I is equal to epsilon naught d phi e by dt. So this term is basically also indicating a new type of current. This new type of current was given a name displacement current. Alright, this current, this term was called a new type of current by Maxwell, and it is called displacement current. So this equation is modified in this way: integral b dot dl is equal to mu naught I plus epsilon naught d phi e by dt. So this current is called conduction current, and this current is called displacement current. Okay, so this is the concept behind the displacement current. So here if you see, in the case of a normal conducting wire, is there any displacement current? Means there is no displacement current, because if there is a wire means the current is flowing in this direction, that means the charges are flowing in this direction, the electrons are flowing in the opposite directions. If the electrons are flowing in the opposite direction, there must be a, if the electron is flowing from this point to this point, there must be a potential difference. So if you take, if this wire length is L, you take the potential difference divided by length, you get the electric field. But this electric field is constant in the case of a isolated conducting wire. So this term becomes zero. So Ampere's circuit law in that case will be applicable only up to here, only up to this term. But whenever these kind of capacitor circuits are taken, you have a situation where there is an additional term, displacement current also will be there. It is also to say that when you have taken a section over here, a circuit, a loop, let us say this position is 1, this position is 2. So here for the position 1, your answer is integral b dot dl is equal to mu naught I. So this has to remain like that only, because if you take the second position, there this term will not be there, only this term will be there. So this is how Ampere's circuit law is justified for a capacitor circuit. Okay, and here we have made another one observation, that here you are changing the electric flux with respect to time, and when you are changing the electric flux with respect to time, you have seen that the magnetic compass got deflected. That means the changing electric field is producing, changing electric field with respect to time is creating a magnetic field. So this forward process is true and the backward process is also true. So this is the basic concept behind the electromagnetic waves. Okay, we will discuss in further in the coming videos.